Hi FLOSSTUBE. Welcome to Wendy's Craft Room. My name is Wendy. Let me see. Today is Saturday, March the 7th, 2026. I'm coming from southwestern Ontario in Canada. It's a beautiful day. It's a little rainy and overcast, but it's warm. It's like, I think we're expected a high to be 18 degrees Celsius, which is probably about, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's really warm all of a sudden. But anyway, it's nice to see. I've got a pussy willow bush out back, which is blooming. It's exciting. I love spring. Anyway, so I got some stitching done this week. Not as much, obviously, as I'd like, but a fair amount, I think. So we'll start off with... Oh, and is anybody having FOMO watching all the pictures of everybody at Nashville Needlework Market? I think only pre-ordered one thing. Now I'm wishing I had pre-ordered much more, but oh well, I'm sure I'll be able to get things once things settle down, but it's exciting to watch. Okay, so my first temperature stitching was my heart temperature. This is the other kind of temperature stitching where you stitch every day the color according to the temperature. And I think I do have a before picture of this one, and here's where I'm at now. I got 57 stitches in this one this week. That was called Once. The next project that was called Twice was, oh, I should have shown. This was a pattern by Fat Quarter Shot. It was a kit that I got. And this was the temperature cross stitch for, I think, 2022 it says? Oh no, it was 2023. And this is what it will look like. So I'm thinking when I do get it finished, I might use it to make a project bag. And it was in this bag that I got from Fat Quarter Shot. This is one of those kind of plasticky bags that you can stitch. I know Shepherd's Bush has a bunch of patterns. I don't know about anybody else, but yeah. Okay, so the next thing was a bag from Fat Quarter Shop when they had their Cross Stitch University. And this is Tales from the Sea, Fragments in Time, 2021 edition, and I'm doing this anchor. And this got called Twice, so I got 52 the first time and 73 the second time. And I don't think I have a before picture. I forgot to take one. That's new for me trying to do that, so I'll try and remember to do it from now on. But I do know I got all this stitching done. I think some of this and all this down here. So that carries on all the way around, and then there's some background stitching as well, and then that'll be done. And I'm just doing it. I don't know. It's I think it's, oh no, it is here. 18 count Ada by Mystic Fabrics, what I got from Garon Stitchery, and it is in the colorway Brain Fog. And the called for DMC colors. Okay. Now the next project was also a temperature cross stitch by Fat Quarter Shop, and it is, I think this was 2024. Oh, here we go. Here's the cover page. And I am using, I think it's 18 count Aida in gingham that I got from, and it's a fabric flare printed fabric. And I do have a before picture. I'll put it up here. And I got 100 stitches done. It was called Twice. So I mostly just worked on the roof colors. Yeah. And I'm using the called for DMCs. Yeah. That's that. Same thing, I think I'll make a project bag out of that when it's finished. Okay. So the next one that got called was Plight of Fancy. This is in a bag that I got from the Black Needle Society. They had a box and there was all steampunk themed. Yeah. And this is, I'm doing this on Seraphim Fabrics, called Eternal Flame in 16 count Aida. And the pattern is Long Dog Samplers, Plight of Fancy. And this one I'm just using scrap floss from other projects. So it's just going to be a scrappy project. And I do have a before picture I'll put up there. And I mostly just continued on with the alphabet in here. Yeah. Oh, over here as well. Yeah. Yeah. It's blown out. It's pretty, it's much darker in color. Like a peachy, bricky color. So whenever leftover threads, I just add them to the thread keeper, and when it gets called, I'll just add whatever color I feel like. Okay, next in this bag from Evertote, pattern is by Maximum Cross Stitch. It's called September's Revenge. And I'm just using some scrap Aida that I tea dyed or coffee dyed. And I didn't take a before picture, but I do know that I just worked on this flower. And I did about 50 stitches. Yeah. And I'm using the Floss by Roxy Floss. There. Okay. Next, just got called once. This is the Blooming series by Stitching with the Housewives, and I'm working on the May edition. It's called Daisy Drive, and I'm just working on the street sign. And I'm using 16 count Aida and Classic Colorworks flosses, and I got the kit from Crazy Annie's. And I know I worked in, oh, let me see. Okay. This flower, the leaves, this flower, these leaves, and the D. And that's just a bag I made myself. Okay, and the next one I worked on, I didn't keep track of how many stitches. Well, no, I did some, I think. Yeah, I've done over 100 stitches. Just in the last day or so. It got called once, and then I've also been working on it as a Whip Go project. This is Light My Fire by Ruby Slippers Needlework. And I'm using, I don't think I have the name of the fabric, but it's 16 count Aida. Maybe 14. No, I think it's 16. And it's Gentle Art and Weeks Dye Works threads. And my goal is to stitch for 10 hours a month for when it gets called for Whip Go, and I think I'm at 3 hours for this. And I mostly did this part of the tail and all this part here and all this here. And this bag was by Garon Toten Bags. There, so that was it for temperature stitching and Whip Go stitching. For Sal's, I've been working on the Peppermint Purple Stitch Along, and it's the black work one, and let's see, I'll show you the layout that I chose. This is one of the free layouts. And I am up to date on this. I've got week 9 completed. That's week 9 here. So every month is a different color floss, and I'm just using the DMC according to the chart. And I'm also, there's two versions. You can do just the black work, or you can add in the cross stitches, and I like the cross stitches because it gives it some texture, some interest. Yeah, so I'm actually up to date on that Sal. That's a first. And I'm using Fox and Rabbit 16 count Aida in the colorway Sandstone, and just the called for floss. And these bags I just got from Temu. I thought they were going to be bigger, but the picture's so deceiving. Okay, and the last thing that I worked on was the Heaven and Earth Design Sal. I'll have a picture here of the one that I chose. It's the fairy tale one, and I've done 1,655 stitches out of 88,650 for a total of 1.87%. I have a before picture of when I started this week and where I'm at now. Yeah. I've tried to fill in the second column here and then carry over this way. I kind of want to go across the top. But when I get, like, start a color, I like to try and finish that color, as I don't really like parking threads. So, but I do want to try and get across the top so that I can roll this up and not have to keep rolling it down. But it's coming along. Not as far as I'd like it to be, but it's coming. And that's all the stitching I got done in these last 2 weeks. There is one thing I want to start, so I'm going to put this in my plans. I think I talked about it last time. It is the Stitch Along for Creatively Crafting on Facebook. And it is, what's it called? Crypto Adorable Stitch Along by Creatively Crafting. And that's the layout of it. And so far there's been 3 charts come out. I won't show them because you have to join the Sal to get them. But it is free on Facebook. The first one was, I don't even know if they put the names on. The first one was a Yeti. The second one was a Bigfoot. And the third one is Nettie, the Loch Ness Monster. So cute. Well, I'm going to commit to starting this before the next time you see it. And I've decided to use this Fox and Rabbit 16 count Aida in Ancient Ruin. There. So that's all I have to share this time. I hope everybody's doing well and enjoying all the pictures from Nashville. We'll all be excited when they get back to their shops and start sending out the purchases. Yeah, hope you're all well. Thank you again for watching. Do all the YouTube things, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.